Hey everyone, it's Rubes, and today I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm looking at changing my ultimate gaming setup again, and I need your help. If you've been following my content for some time, you've probably noticed my setup has gone through a few changes over the past 6 months. That's because I've been trying to figure out how to make the best use of my space. When I first moved into this apartment, I didn't really have a plan for the setup. I started with bringing along my old long timber desk and placed it under this massive window, but the sun was blinding me for most of the day. So I decided to switch things up and started to gear myself up for an all-white setup. I'd seen plenty of clean ones online and I found the aesthetic to be quite appealing. After a few months, I picked up a smaller desk and moved my setup to the right of the window. Around that time, I also grabbed an IKEA display shelf to showcase some of my older consoles and games. It gave my videos a bit of personality and something cool to look at in the background. Not long after that, I installed an IKEA lack shelf above the desk and added some Star Wars Lego and Funko Pops into the mix. Now the walls and ceiling in my apartment are bright white and the LED downlights are super cool toned. It honestly started to feel like I was sitting in a hospital ward. So to break it up, I framed a few of my favorite comic books and hung them above the desk. Then I ran a Govee rope light around them for a bit of extra effect. But I quickly realized the sunlight was going to damage the comics long term, and the rope light wasn't doing it for me. At the same time, I tried moving the IKEA display shelf from the back wall to under the window and incorporated it into my desk. It looked decent, but having the TV in front of the window was a disaster. Every time I tried to watch a movie or play a game during the day, I'd be staring directly into sunlight. So I moved the display back to its original spot, but I laid it horizontally this time. That setup looked good for a while, but there was still this massive gap on the wall next to the desk that I couldn't figure out how to fill. Plus, having the TV in the background caused all kinds of reflections in my videos, so I ended up taking down the comics and mounting the TV onto the wall above my desk, thinking it could also double as an extra monitor. At first, I thought it was a solid move, but now it feels like it's a giant eyesore throwing off the entire setup. In the meantime, I've also removed my second monitor, moved my PC tower from the right to the left and back again more times than I can count. Honestly, at this point, it's like my PC tower has traveled more than I have this year. Right now, on my desk, I've set up a single monitor with the tower on the left and my PS5 on the right, but honestly, I've hit a bit of a wall. When I went for the all-white theme, I thought it would feel clean and modern, like the setups you see online, but now it just feels sterile. Even with the RGB lighting to switch up the vibe, it's still not clicking for me. On top of that, I need this setup to be functional as well, not just for gaming, but for creating content and for working. It's got to look great, but it's also got to flow and work well at the same time. So this is where I need your input. What do you think I should do to get the most out of this space? Should I leave the layout as it is? Should I move the display shelf back behind the desk? Maybe I should take down the TV and try something like Nanoleaf lines or 3D paneling or even Displate posters? Or is it time to move away from the all-white setup and try something completely different? Whatever your suggestions, drop them down in the comments below for me. I'm open to ideas because I'd love to break this cycle of constantly changing my ultimate gaming setup. And here's the best part. I'll be going through your suggestions and your idea might even end up in the next setup video. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see how this setup evolves. And I'm looking forward to changing my ultimate gaming setup together. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.